The internet tells a dangerous story. If you're not rich by 30, you're already late. We see endless stories about crypto millionaires at 22, founders selling startups at 28, traders turning $10,000 into millions overnight. But here's what those stories never tell you. Most real wealth is built after 40, because before 40, most people are still playing the wrong game. My name is Julian Sterling, and I didn't become wealthy in my 20s. In fact, at 35, I looked successful from the outside. Good income, professional reputation, busy calendar. But something about my financial life made me uncomfortable. If I stopped working for 6 months, the money stopped too. I had a lifestyle, but I didn't own my future. And that realization forced me to rethink everything I thought I knew about investing. Most people believe wealth comes from finding the right investment, the right stock, the right crypto, the right real estate deal. But that's not the real problem. Even when people pick good investments, they destroy them. They panic during downturns. They sell too early. They chase the next opportunity. And every time they restart the process, they reset the compounding clock. It took me years to understand this. Wealth isn't built through assets, it's built through structures. And 3 investments changed everything for me. The first was ownership. For most of my early career, I was trading time for money, consulting projects, advisory work, high hourly rates. But there's a ceiling to that model. There are only 24 hours in a day. Ownership changes the equation. My first shift came when I bought a small equity stake in a boring software company. Nothing glamorous, just a product used by small accounting firms. 3 years later, that equity paid me more than my consulting ever had. That's when I understood something. Ownership is the bridge between working for money and money working for you. The second investment was something I ignored for years: attention. In today's economy, attention is leverage. For decades, attention belonged to institutions, television, newspapers, large companies. But now, individuals can own attention. Ideas can travel globally in hours, and reputation compounds just like capital. One thoughtful idea can reach thousands, then hundreds of thousands, and suddenly opportunities appear. Investors, partnerships, new deals. Attention isn't vanity, it's economic leverage. The third investment is the least exciting and the most powerful. Systems. Wealth is not built through big moments. It's built through repeated behavior. One of the first systems I built was painfully simple. Every consulting payment I received, 10% was automatically transferred into an account that bought nothing but index funds. No decisions, no timing, no emotions, just a system that ran every month. Boring. But it worked whether I believed in the market or not. And over time, those boring systems started producing surprising results. When these 3 investments begin working together, something strange happens. Ownership produces assets. Attention attracts opportunities. Systems multiply the results. And eventually you realize something remarkable. You're no longer chasing money. You're managing structures. Structures that keep producing value long after the work is done. And one day you notice something almost surreal. Money is flowing through structures you built years ago. And the strangest part, sometimes you almost forget those structures exist until the notification arrives. That's the real turning point. The biggest myth about wealth is that it belongs to the young. In reality, wealth belongs to the patient. Ownership, attention, systems. 3 investments that most people ignore because they compound slowly. But over decades, they change everything. If you're building these 3 things, you're already ahead of most people. Subscribe if you want to understand the structures behind real wealth. Because the internet is full of noise, but positioning is everything.